Hi, this is Kale, and this weekend's side project is about me upgrading some of the gadgets I have as part of my smart home setup. So I started trying to switch away from Broadlink, and I was trying out a new set of items that are part of the Smart Life or Tuya ecosystem, and I found their app significantly more superior and a much better user experience compared to the Broadlink one. And also, hopefully, this will open up the pathway for me to finally complete my home assistant setup. Then I'll be able to integrate everything, including the curtain. But yeah, for today, I'll be showing 3 different Smart Life products. So this is the Wi-Fi smart wall switch that I got from Lazada that works with the Smart Life ecosystem. And of course in the box there's the switch and also the manual, and there's this capacitor that you're supposed to install on the light itself, and of course screws to fix it to your wall. This light switch does not have a neutral. It's meant for homes where the lights are not connected with a neutral wire, so it's just a L and a L1 wire. Next up, we have the IR controller, the universal remote controller, that also works with the Smart Life ecosystem. And in the box, you get the IR controller and the USB cable and a manual. This IR blaster is a lot smaller than the Broadlink one that I was using previously, and it practically has like no branding marks on it at all. Then there's the smart plug, also for the Smart Life ecosystem, and this one's just a simple single one-piece unit. So you plug it in and you connect the device to it. That's all. So for the IR blaster, I'm gonna just pop out my Broadlink and hook it up to the same cable, so that I don't have to rewire anything, because yeah, I already have all the cables done out quite nicely. I don't really want to redo them. So basically from the Smart Life app, you can select add device, then go under others and select universal remote control. Then you can start the process to add the IR blaster. Then once the controller is successfully added, you can start adding devices to control. So in my case, I'm going to be adding my air conditioner. The UI for this looks significantly better than the Broadlink one, which was one of the reasons why I wanted to use this app instead, this particular suite of products. But it does have a lot less controls compared to the Broadlink one. I probably need to figure out how to add in the other control settings in future, like the fan and the vane angle and things like that, other than just the air volume and mode. For the smart plug and smart light, they both also follow similar methods. Once you get the devices installed, they follow similar methods to actually sync up to the app. So here's a bit of a walkthrough of all the devices I currently have on this Smart Life ecosystem. Of course, there's the smart switch that controls my room light. I have a power strip that can control up to 4 power sockets, as well as the USB charging ports. Then of course there's this IR blaster that can control my air conditioning. And I've also set up automation scripts or automations for setting my aircon temperature to either cold AC, which is 23 degrees Celsius for me, or normal AC, which is 25, which is what I normally use in the day. Cold is more for when I'm sleeping. Then in the Google Home app, all the devices are now saved under my room. So you can also use Google Assistant to turn on and off all these devices. Once they are in the Google Home app, of course, you can also use Google Home to set up the different routines that will actually manipulate the states of all these devices. So for example, I have this automation called Game Mode, where I will ask Google to basically switch my room lighting to the night light, switch my air conditioning to the normal temperature, etc. And Google also tells me to GLHF, which is basically good luck, have fun. I have a bunch of other routines as well, such as Ohio Weekday 1 and 2. The first one basically turns off my air conditioning at 9 AM, and then the second one turns on my room light. And that's basically how I wake up every morning. Of course, Google also has ready-made routines for like morning, bedtime, leaving the house, coming back home, and all of which you can also set up the different items in your house to basically automatically change state whenever you go through one of these regular actions. So for example, bedtime, I would switch to the colder air conditioning and turn off all the lights. Or when I'm leaving home, if I'm heading out, then Google also can turn off all my devices in my room. So one of the things that I learned most importantly today was about the light actually, because that was where I spent the most time. So the old Broadlink TC2, right, when I first got it like maybe a year ago, it came with this capacitor that you were supposed to install to the light itself. But I did not install the light and it was working fine anyway, so I didn't really think about it. But this smart light switch that I got today that I just installed, I spent a lot of time thinking that it might have even been defective. But then finally I decided to just install the capacitor that was provided, and also because on the Lazada page, the merchant did specifically say that it would not work without the capacitor. And after installing that capacitor, I actually got the light working. And yeah, as you can see from the app UI, it does look significantly more friendly than the Broadlink one, and the integrations with Google Home are a lot better as well. So I kind of like it. I'm even considering not going to the full extent of setting up the Home Assistant still, because this app is pretty decent already. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And yeah, that's all for today. So if you like this video, do subscribe, and of course if you want to buy any of these items, I have linked them down below in the video description. Thank you for watching!